Alexander Mallin writes, I remember you mentioning how the winter weather could impact the first weekend box office sales. With the warm weather we are having, 60 degrees in Pennsylvania, what do you think the box office total will be for opening weekend? Will weather play any part in adding or subtracting this prediction?
99% of the time, I don't think weather plays any part because it's somewhere in the country right now, there's some really bad weather. And somewhere in the country, there's some really great weather. It's a big country. It's a really big place. And I don't think weather deters. If I'm thinking about going to the movies, I'm not going to go, oh, it's raining outside. I'm not going to go to the movie. That doesn't, now it happens with some people, yes. But whenever any movie comes out, some places there's bad weather, some places they're great weather. Now, once in a while, the entire eastern seaboard is being buried in 7 feet of snow. That's a little different, but that's very rare. So ultimately, in relation to every other movie that opens with some good weather, some bad weather, I really don't think it's going to affect it that much at all. As far as our final prediction, for a long time, you know, I said, look, it's December. Previous record in December was 83 million. And I said 150 million. About 6 weeks ago, I radically adjusted my prediction to 250. And then about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I backed it down to about 230. I'm sticking at 230. My final prediction for the opening weekend box office, Star Wars The Force Awakens, is going to be an opening weekend of $230 million opening weekend. Christian, you're like me. You've done a little bit of shifting back and forth. What is going to be your final number?
Well, yeah, and I actually do think weather does, if living in the East Coast, and I know you live in Canada, so you've had the weather as well too, but I actually remember it being a factor as far as snow, but I think that like this, what the viewer is saying, the weather has been very different right now, and especially right now, this weekend. So I do think it's going to factor into it. But I would say I've been changing as well, too. I'm going to say final prediction, 195. I think 195 is going to be the number that I will stick with.
All right, Schnepp, what about you?
I'm not going to wiffle waffle like these guys over here. I said 250 it is. I like that picture, though. Did you guys see that? I would endure that to see the Force Awakens.
It's like watching it at Hoth.
Yeah, it's like you're on Hoth watching Star Wars.
That is how Canadian. You put that up in Canada, Canadians will go and watch that movie just like that.
Yeah, Canadians say, "Oh, it looks warm."
Yeah. So there's our predictions right there.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.